Okay, let's continue here. Hello? Super fine. Dame, could you resume the sim? Hello? I don't know what's going on here. Dame, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dame? Dame, you good? I'm getting really concerned here. Yeah, he's like completely gone. Yeah. I think the sim is so... I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay, what? Yeah, sorry. I stepped away for a second just to make sure that all of my internet stuff was still connected.
Okay, sorry. I just got scared for a second there.
No, you're good. I don't know why it like straight up disconnected. I didn't lose connectivity on my internet. I didn't lose anything. So I don't know. But we're gonna hope and try and see if everything else also breaks. And if it does, then Rabbit gets to stream the rest of the World Series.
Okay, Payne strikes out here.
Well, see, Rabbit, Valor agrees. So you're on next. You're on backup duty.
Tanaka's going to ground it right to the pitcher, relay there for the third out. Bottom fifth, we go in the scuffed game 3, hit by infinite rain delays. We go bottom 5 with Geisel. He's going to strike out here. It's better. Stewart lines out to the first baseman, and now Esteban Santos Garcia grounds it right to the shortstop, easily relayed in time, beats up the speedy. We go top of the 6th. We go to Man Squatch, who had a solo shot, calm chicken. Deep fly ball to left, not going to be deep enough for the first out. A rare bad start from Calm Chicken. He got left out to dry so far by his bats, as Magic strikes out here. Moore, also going to be a strikeout victim. We go bottom 6. D. Fernandez Jr. is going to swing at an outside pitch he probably should have taken. And he grounds out there. McInlay coming up now. Grounded right to third in time. So not much going on for the Apex here. Seemingly having all the momentum, and now they're going to let it just whisk away. Kalmchik is not getting any help here. Like Crystal Hauser is going to ground out to first to start us off in the top of the 7th. Diego Ramirez coming up now. And he is going to strike out. No, that's actually going to be... Yeah, he popped up there. And Anancole Bebe coming up next. Let's see what he can do here. Finding himself down up 2-0. Fly ball to left, but it drops right in front of the left fielder. And it's going to be a stand-up double there. Can you take me higher coming up next? The Apex really need a rally. They've had no answers for long pipe so far this game. And he loses him there. And now Chiwei Lee is now in the game for the Apex. It's Brian Payne, full count swings, grounds out there. That's going to end the inning. Long Pike's only at 75 pitches. He's been dominant. And looks like it's going to be a base hit there for Leon Rosenthal. So good start there for the Apex. Harry Callahan coming up now for the Apex, trying to get themselves back within run. Unfortunately for the Apex, he strikes out there. Babbitt Person, who has been cold this season. And he's going to continue to stay cold with an unproductive out in the center. Fedor Geisel coming up now. It's a fly ball to right in foul territory. Hustling there and makes the catch. We go top of the 8th we go. Not much going on from either side. Deep fly ball to center. Not going to be deep enough for Tanaka. Dies before the warning track. Man Squatch coming up now. Who has a home run. Fly ball to Henry Magic now coming up to the plate, trying to break this game wide open. 2-0 swing, and that's hammered. Deep left field. Kiss that baby goodbye for Henry Magic. He may have put this game on ice. A 2-run shot there, his second of the postseason, and it's 6-1 New York. Just when the Voyagers needed a lifeline, they had it. Devontae Moore coming up now. Grounds to second. Great play there to get the out there. Friesvall Christelhauser coming up now. 2-2 count. Swings it. Oh, that is just misplayed. The center fielder just apparently had error 404. It's going to be a stand-up triple for him. Diego Ramirez now coming up bat. 3-1 count. And he's going to get walked. Wee is imploding on the mound. Adam Colbebe trying to officially put this game on ice. And they're putting Andre Pope now in the game. And we're going to go bottom eighth now. Do they have a lifeline left? The Apex? No. Stewart strikes out here. Esteban Santos Garcia. That's going to get down for a base hit. They find themselves down 5. Only 6 outs to work with. D. Fernandez Jr. He's going to, looks like get a base hit. Looks like an error. That's going to put him at second. Goldberg coming up here, trying to get something. Fly ball. That's going to get down. Both runs are going to score, and this lead's been cut in half of an RBI double. The Apex have some life. McInlay coming up now. Long Pipe's still in the game in the 8th, throwing at only 95 pitches. Let's see if McInlay can continue this rally going here. No, he's just going to ground out to first. Rosenthal coming up now, trying to make this a 2-run game. It's a pop-up, caught there by the shortstop. The Apex do respond to the Voyagers 2-run with 2 runs of their own, but the Void Boys still have a 3-run lead going to the top of the 9th. Can You Take Me Higher is going to strike out here to Pope. Brian Payne now coming up now for the Void Boys. Let's see what he can do here. 3-1 count, and he's going to draw a walk. Izuro Tanaka coming up here, trying to officially put this game on ice. Thanks to... And here we go. It's a ground ball. They get the out at second, but can't get the throw at first. So it's a fielder's choice out there. Man Squatch coming up now. He had the earlier home run in the game in the 3rd inning. But first we get a steal attempt for Tanaka. He's going to be in there. Good field position there to possibly put this game on ice. 3-1 count. It's a pop-up. Great hustle there by the second baseman. Get the out. Last 3 outs for the Apex with Callahan, Babbitt, Person, and Geisel coming up here. Protecting a Void Boys, protecting a fruit. And they're going to go to Big Rooster, trying to get the save here. They get a quick out here. They get Callahan to ground out the sack to shortstop. Babbitt, Person coming up now. Let's see what happens. He strikes out there. Last chance, Fyodor Geisel coming up now. Can he keep this rally going, or will the Void Boys take game 3? Let's see what happens here. Called strike 3, and the New York Voyagers take game 3 and are back in this series. And for the first time all postseason, they deal a loss to Calm Chicken. Just when you thought the Voyagers were out, they're back in the series.
Yeah, I think the unfortunate part for them is that they have home field disadvantage now. Apparently, the home teams are allergic to wins here.
There because now game 4 is looking like a must win.
I'm saying they've got home field disadvantage. They've got a... So, heck of a game 3. Congratulations to the Voyagers for getting their first win of the series. Yeah, I mean, you know, we can always use your computer, Valor.
Maybe, but it'll probably start crashing. We got double stamp check, by the way.
Yep, I figured. Let me go to the pitching staff here.
Like, when you're not streaming the game, it runs better.
I know, like I said, it's just the network is acting wonky today. I
kind of the problem with mine.
Support streaming to
like if I can get like an Ethernet cable up in my room, I'll be able to get something much better.
Yeah, I've just got a ton of packet loss in Discord for some reason.
We do apologize for the technical issues. It's happening on both of our. Yeah, the Wi-Fi's freaking out on multiple ends.
So we got your stam. Just let us know whenever you guys are ready to put in whatever needs to be put in. Okay, sounds good, Enoch. Let me do that first. So that's your 7 and 8 swapping. And then game 4 pen. Okay, I think that looks right. I think that looks right, Enoch, if you want to take a look and give a thumbs up. How did Noble not recover 6 stamina? I don't know. Did he not pitch last game? Flee to none. Avoid high. None. Prove it to... Yeah, I don't think he did either, but again, I was kind of like half there. Pruitt long. There's no use less. There's only normal and avoid high. So let me know what you want to do with that, Fetty. Avoid high? Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the final one there. No, you are good, dude. By all means, you're good. Okay. Voyagers looking good. Apex. Just let us know once you get that confirmation. Noble's third to stop her? Yeah, of course. Of course, dude. Anything.
No.
Is he still on use more often?
Oh god. Oh dear. This is going... Game 1 and 2 were going so well, and then game 3 every problem happens.
What? No, I just temporarily disconnected from Discord. Cool.
Oh.
Okay.
So the stream's still up.
Yeah, stream's still up. It's just Discord connectivity is not good. So I'm going to temporarily...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because my ping to Discord is astronomically bad. So, since I'll take this game anyway, I will hop back on the call following the game, but I will be right back, pal. Hopefully some of the connectivity issues will fix itself.
Okay, I may want to restart my computer, so I'll be back.
Okay, well, I'll take care of this. So game 4. Wow, Discord just got a million times better. I wonder if it was struggling to try and connect both ways. Game 4 for the Voyagers and the Apex. I honestly don't know what to expect from the rest of the series, because I wouldn't, if you told me every team, yeah, halftime, yeah, thank you. Fetty, you're actually streaming for the rest of the day, so thank you for volunteering. We saw in Game 1, BTS put on a tremendous performance, and Adkins got beat up really badly. So will the Apex be able to do that again to her? I mean, if you're Fetty and Stoles, yeah, you would hope so. But we won't know until we go live. So let me just save again, and then we will go live with Game 4 from Indianapolis. We have a 2-1 series here with Indianapolis in the lead, as Adam Cole Bebe gets New York off to a hot start, getting a single and his first at-bat as BTS gets his first strikeout of the day, sitting down Mihire. Brian Payne takes the pitch, but Bebe is able to get to second on the steal. And unbelievable, Fetty, I can't believe that you paid them to do that. This BM, these terrible bad manners, plunking the batter as the Voyagers make them pay, as Asuro Tanaka hits a double that drives in 2 runs and advances to third on the throw. New York takes on a 2-0 lead here early in the first. Mansquatch gets a walk, so we have runners on the corners with only 1 out. A double play would be very thankful for the Apex, but they are unable to convert the double play, as who even just got home? Tanaka managed to get driven home on the fielder's choice. So a heck of a start to the day for the Voyagers as they go up 3-0 at the top end of the top of the first. As D. Fernandez Jr. hits it to left field, and it gets over the left fielder's head for a double to open up the game for the Apex. Brent Goldberg with 84 RBIs on the year, grounds out, but productive out, managing to advance D. Fernandez to third. McKinley grounds out to the first baseman, but not without a run coming in, as D. Fernandez Jr. scores the first run of the game for the Apex. Leon Rosenthal hits it deep over the head of the center fielder as he manages to get in for a sliding double. Harry Callahan takes the wild pitch, but the catcher manages to corral it. Callahan hits it right up the middle and manages to bring a runner home. So we now have a 1-run game. Ladies, gentlemen, people of all genders, if you did not expect this... Oh, he misses the throw! I was going to say, if you did not expect this to be a shootout, then you are sorely disappointed. But as soon as I said that, the right fielder chucks it over the catcher's head. It is now a tie ball game. Indianapolis manages to tie the game off of a unfortunate throwing error from right field. Ramirez comes up and manages to hit a single, which is very impressive given it's Diego Ramirez. If it was rigged, Tampa, I would have made that a grand slam home run just for you. BTS gets his 4th strikeout of the day, gets his 5th strikeout of the day to end the top of the inning. Bottom of the second now. Will the Apex bats stay as hot as they were in the first? So far, no, as Stewart flies out to the third baseman. Santos Garcia grounds out to the first baseman, who delivers it to the pitcher for the out. And Fernandez Jr. strikes out, so a 1-2-3 inning for the Indianapolis Apex. New York comes back up. Brian Payne takes a leadoff walk to start off the top of the third here. Tanaka also doesn't swing for pitch walk. We've got 2 on, no outs as BTS is able to sit down man squatch. And 3 pitches, Henry Magic also takes a walk for the third walk of the inning, and the third base runner who's currently on the base paths. What can KVK do with the bases loaded? He flies out and they get a double play. Oh no! Lazy base running from Asuro Tanaka there, not getting back to second. Absolutely heartbreaking to see the Voyagers with a noble tiger. I think they had 3, I think it was bases loaded, no outs. But if it wasn't, it was certainly bases loaded, 1 out at worst. As Brent Goldberg gets on with a single, but the Apex are unable to capitalize as they ground into a double play. Bottom of the third is over. We come back to the top of the fourth. Still a tie game, 3-3. Stupid OOTP. Dude, that's how I felt earlier when our second baseman threw it to home when an easy double play was right there. I was like, I can't believe this. Thank you, Engine. The Engine just gonna be a bunch of wonk sometimes. As BTS gets out of that inning with strikeout number 8 through 4 innings, which is really crazy. Callahan comes up, hits it into shallow center field for a single. Bipperson makes it to first on the fielder's choice. You missed me getting on base again. Did I? Yeah, probably. Sorry, Tampa. As Mr. Goro chews the cable, Man Squatch tries to make the play, but he doesn't as Goro chews my mic cable again. He's very upset because it is past their treat time. As Santos Garcia grounds out to end the inning. It wasn't impressive just to walk. No, buddy, every time anyone gets on base, it's impressive. I think having a league full of people here where there are 18 batters combined and how many pitchers for every team, for a real person to be here piloting these players, I think that's absolutely impressive. So every time somebody gets on base, it's impressive. As I just talked through the entire top of the fifth, Indianapolis unable to get anything going. D. Fernandez Jr. starts off the bottom of the fifth with a walk, but he gets thrown out on the base paths. So no harm done on that walk, as the New York right fielder, his arm has been in cement, his legs are in cement, unable to make a play on the ball is Asuro Tanaka. At least he's able to make a play on the ball this time, as Leon Rosenthal breaks the tie off a double that went into the center left field gap. It is now a 4-3 ball game, Indianapolis. Harry Callahan looking to extend the lead, gets himself a double. Can he get in safely? He does. That is now a 5-3 lead for Indianapolis, as the starter gets pulled. P-Dub Woods comes in the game, manages to stop the bleeding, but is it too late? The starting pitcher chased a little too early if you're New York. Not even making it through 5 innings is not what you want to see from your starters. Adkins had a much better performance this time, but unfortunately, just kind of collapsed there, as the Apex managed to keep all the momentum and hold the Voyagers scoreless there in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, fly out. Stewart strikes out for P-Dub Woods' first strikeout of the day. Goro, please do not turn my computer off, buddy. Enoch will drive to Daddy's house, and he will take you to Petco. As we come into the top of the 7th, Diego Ramirez, who's his 3rd time on base. He might be the most elite hitter of the day. Give him player of the game. As Adam Cole, Bebe. Goro, turn it off, yeah. No, don't. We need to... I'd be very upset if my buddy here turned it off, as B. Hire grounds out to end the top of the 7th. So this started red hot for New York, but they have been ice cold, beyond ice cold, ever since the top of the 1st. Only 1 hit since then. I think 2 hits maybe. Only 4 hits total, as Fernandez Jr. gets on 3rd with no outs. Brent Goldberg, the ball gets down. That is another run scored for Indianapolis to take a 6-3 lead. We had a little bit of a wild pitch, but Payne is able to keep it under control. These Apex bats are just, they know exactly how to find grass as we get another stand-up double. We've got 2 runners in scoring position, no outs. Make that 0 runners in scoring position with 0 outs because both of those runners were just driven home. What a bottom of the 7th for Indianapolis to take a 5-run lead here past the stretch, and there are still no outs, and they still are just barreling the Voyagers. Callahan gets a double. We've got 2 runners in scoring position and still 0 outs. I think they've bat around entirely without a single out, and there is a 3-run bomb. The only chicken on these teams today are the Voyagers, and their chicken is cooked. What an inning from the Indianapolis offense, and they still don't have a single out. And it took it going around the entire lineup for them to get a single out, as Geisel finally flies out to the right fielder, and Stewart finally grounds out to the second baseman, and Santos Garcia finally strikes out. This inning is finally over for the Voyagers. 6 outs, everyone. Plenty of time, but man, is that heartbreaking. As Brian Payne flies out to left field, Isuro Tanaka, who's had a very, very bad game. We'll just be honest, bad game today. Strikes out on the 3rd pitch. Mansquatch comes up, and is he able to get it out? He is not. That falls directly in the right fielder's glove. 3 outs left for the Voyagers. Will they need more than 8 runs to be able to tie this game up? D. Fernandez Jr. gets on base. I would bet money that he's about to take off for second, and he does it! That's surprising. We get a fly out to the first baseman and a ground into a double play, so that confirms it. Only an 8-run deficit that the Voyagers need to overcome. They've got 3 outs to do it. Henry Magic strikes out on 3 pitches. Chris von Christenhauser comes up with the full count, and he gets a walk, so this is a great sign for the Voyagers. They've got a man on base early. Devontae Moore grounds out into a double play, and it is now a 3-2-1 series. The Indianapolis Apex take an unbelievable 3-1 lead over the Voyagers, and they've got a steep hill to climb ahead of them. And what a day for the Apex, especially that bottom of the 7th inning. Almost everyone on the team gets a hit, and the Voyagers offense was just nowhere to be found. 4 hits all day despite scoring 3 runs in the first. Very, very difficult day for Adkins and P-Dub Woods, the starter. Honestly, difficult day too for Smidius. 5 walks is not what you want to see, but those Apex bats made sure that it wasn't gonna matter. So this could be it, ladies and gentle germs. We could be entering the last game of the Season 62 World Series. We have now reached elimination. So Voyager, stamp check. Apex, yep, of course, absolutely. Anything for you guys? Let me do the Apex first, since they just happen to be here. And now we'll go over to New York. So we've seen crazier things happen in this league, absolutely. I by no means do I think a 3-1 lead is tantamount or is equivalent to a 4-1 lead. You know, it's not over until it's over. So by all means, this could very easily be the beginning of the New York Voyagers comeback. But what a first set of games from the Indianapolis Apex. So we have the Game 5 pen from the Voy Boys. Big Rooster Stopper, 7th and close, high leverage, Definitely not Evil Dictator. Middle, use more often setup. Montreal, yep. Kilgannon, yep. P-Dub. None. Both on a void. Okay. Perfect. And then if there's anything else that you need, Enoch, please let us know. I see Fetty is still typing. So once we get those in and confirmed and validated, then we can get started with Game 5. I hope you guys have enjoyed the World Series so far. I appreciate your patience and understanding with some of the scuffness. Earlier, it was not intended, but everyone's internet not gonna like us today. They want to try and keep... Spectrum wants to keep the PBE World Series down, but we aren't gonna let it happen. If only I had a beautiful bazooka_Joe here to help ensure that my internet was in perfect shape, but alas, I do not. So, Apex still submitting their stuff. Voyagers have confirmed that everything is all good. So, once we hear from the Apex, we will put those in and we will be ready to go. Okay. Indianapolis's changes are in. Pruitt to long, normal, middle. Lee to middle. Hughes less, none. Noble to none. Avoid high, none. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me today, joining all of us today. On either stream, but especially right now. We do really appreciate it. It's been a wonderful 62nd season of the PBE. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of this one, how it turns out. So, perfect. Okay, confirmation from the Apex. So we are ready to go for game number 5, the potential last game of the World Series. Will the Apex clinch their first title in 12 seasons? Or will the Voyagers extend the series and their opportunity to become, according to Fetty, the first dynasty since the Indianapolis Apex? We'll find out. Professor Crockwell takes the mound for the New York Voyagers as Flop Quads takes the mound for the Indianapolis Apex. Let's ride. And I will bring Valor back on for the call, and we will see if he's able to see everything here, and if stuff doesn't get scuffed up.
Not for the full chicken mode. Not go. Okay, let's see what we got here. There we go. We got a steal attempt at got a good steal there by Adam Cole Bebe. Let's see with Can You Take Me Higher now at bat, facing a full count. He's gonna draw a walk. So not the best start you have for the Apex here. 2 leadoff walks, a hit and a walk. But the good news is you're getting out there fly out to left from Brian Payne. I can definitely see it right now. Izero Tanaka's coming up here. And Tanaka facing, and he's going to strike out here. Man Squatch coming up next. Apex looking to try to finish this off. Full count, and it is going to get down. It's going to be 2-0 New York. Not the start you wanted there. Safe there on the double, and just like last game, New York jumps on the first inning lead. Let's see if they can hold on. Henry Magic coming up now. He grounds out to second there, and then we're going to go bottom of the first. Similar to last game, except only 2 runs this time. D. Fernandez Jr. is coming up here, facing... He's going to face Professor Crockwell, and he is going to ground out there. That's fly out there, actually. Brent Goldberg coming up now for the Apex, and it's going to drop down for a base hit. It's going to be a stand-up double for him. That throw is not going to be in time. Dealing with some packet loss, but it's pretty stable so far. McInlay coming up now, full count. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder for a base hit. The stop signal is going to be given at third. So let's see if Leon Rosenthal can tie it here. Or at least get a run across. against Crockwell. And it's through the third baseman. It's a base hit, and it's now a one-run game. Just like that, Apex immediately answer. Harry Callahan coming up now. Another swing could very well get this. And it's going to get down. It's going to be a tie game. The throw. Oh, wait, they got him at home. They got him at home. Wait, that was a perfect throw there at center. And they nailed it at home. Babbitt person coming up now. That is going to be a pop-up caught by the catcher. So the Apex get a run on the board, but the Voyagers have to lead after one. As I'm dealing with a pretty significant packet loss again. Von Kriestelhauser is going to... That's going to be a fair ball. Stays past the third base line. It's going to be a stand-up double for Von Kriestelhauser to start us off in the second. Voyagers with the backs against the wall. They need every run they could get here. Moore is going to strike out here. Ramirez now coming up. He's also going to be a strikeout victim. Adam Cole Bebe, another strikeout. Flop quads has settled in here despite that rough start. All right, let's see what the Apex can do with Geisel. And that's going to be a base hit. Leadoff hit there for Geisel. Leadoff single. Stewart now coming up here against Crockwell. He's going to strike out here for Crockwell's first strikeout of the game. Esteban Santos Garcia, always a dangerous threat. And they make the decision to throw for second. I don't agree because that's a base stealer you're dealing with. And he's going to strike out. And Fernandez Jr. is going to strike out here. Still the same score after two. Let's go to the Void Boys. Can You Take Me Higher is going to get himself an RBI double to start. Not an RBI, just a leadoff double. I'm a bit rusty because I had a game off. Brian Payne now coming up here. Reminder, folks. Voyagers trying to avoid elimination and take back home field. And Payne's going to fly out the center, not deep enough to advance the runner. Izuro Tanaka's now coming up here for the Void Boys. Let's see what he can do. He finds a 1-2 count. It's a high fly ball, deep, but not going to be deep enough. It is going to be deep enough to tag up from second and move me. Can You Take Me Higher to third? Man squatch. Fly ball to right, not going to be deep enough to get any runs. It's going to be a fly out. We remain the same score going bottom third. With Brent Goldberg coming up to the plate. Well, and that's going to get down. That's also going to be a double to start us off. So the Apex already have the tying run in scoring position. And when McEnway is coming up now, that's going to be a towering pop-up caught by, looks like the pitcher in foul territory. Rosenthal is going to strike out here. Harry Callahan's coming up next, trying to get this leadoff hit home. It's going to be a tough break. A line out to the shortstop. For sure that would have been scored had it not been caught. And we get a base hit here for Henry Magic, a leadoff single. We now go to Von Kriestelhauser. Let's see, that's gonna get down right in front of the right fielder. So the first two men get on board with nobody out. Moore's coming up now, and he's gonna be, and it's a double play. But get the Diego Ramirez now coming up there. He's going to draw a full count walk. Adam Cole Bebe. Chance to get some runs here. And looks like it's going to be a ground out there. Bottom fourth, remaining the same score at 2-1. Babbitt person is going to strike out here. Like I said, Crockwell needs to pitch perfectly today if they want to force a Game 6 back home. Theodore Geisel's now coming up to plate. And it's going to be a fly out in the center. Stewart, who has been cold so far, who's been a bit of a cold stretch. Let's see what happens here with him. More of the same, a strikeout. Pitcher's duel so far, 2-1 going into the top of the fifth. Okay, You Take Me Higher, facing a full count. Check swing, he did not go, said the ump, so he's going to get a leadoff walk. Brian Payne is going to strike out here. Izuro Tanaka, always a dangerous at bat, strikes out here. And now Man Squatch coming up to bat for the Void Boys. Facing a full count, and he is going to walk him. Henry Magic coming up now. 1-0. Swing deep, and that's going to get down. Both runs are going to score. It is going to be it's going to become a 4-1 lead for the Voyagers. Respawn Crystalhauser coming up now for the Void Boys, trying to continue this pounding. It's going to be a ground out the short, though. The Void Boys finally break through with 2 more runs, and it's now a 3-run lead for the Void Boys. Santos Garcia is going to fly out to right to start us off in the bottom of the 5th. The Apex Bats have just not been able to get any runs in scoring position. Full count, and he's going to strike out here. Goldberg now coming up here. And let's see what he can do. That's going to get down for a base hit. And McInlay. Caught, line drive caught there by the shortstop. Just not a lot of luck going the Apex's way. We'll go top of 6. And Skylar Stevens is now in the game for the Apex, but it's not a good start. He gives up a double to Devontae Moore. Diego Ramirez now coming up here. And that's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to be another double. It's going to make it 5-1. Adam Cole Bay. Deep shot. Kiss that baby goodbye from Adam Cole Bay. They have busted this thing open in the 6. It's 7-1. Higher. Let's see what happens here. I'm not seeing anything. Nope, now I see something. And that is long gone. Oh my. Back-to-back home runs for the Void Boys, making this 8-1. They're making it clear. They're not going home. They want to come home, but not as an eliminated team. Payne, base hit. Skylar Stevens has not gotten a single out. He's been pulled for Pruitt. Another bullpen guy that has struggled so far. And a nice diving grab there by Santos Garcia to get the first out. Finally get something going. Mansquatch is going to strike out here. Henry Magic coming up now. It's a fly out to left that ends the inning. The bleeding continues for the Apex. It's now an 8-1 lead for the Void Boys. But a good start for the Apex is Rosenball is going to get a base hit here. Callahan coming up now. Full count, and he's going to draw a walk. Apex threatening here. Babbitt person's going to strike out here. Fedor Geisel's now coming up, trying to get these runs home. And oh no, it's going to be he gets the out at second, but is unable to get the play at first. Stewart, cold hitter. It's a towering pop-up. He has struggled so far this series. And those struggles continue. It's been all Voyagers here in game number 5. So let's see here. We got a base hit here for Von Crystalhauser. If you're watching, the Argentines just took a 1-0 lead in the World Cup. But we're here to talk about some baseball as Devontae Morgan's a base hit here. Once again, the Indy Apex has been turning into an Achilles heel problem so far. As Ramirez strikes out here. Bebe. He's going to strike out here. Can you take me higher? 2-2. One run on. Let's see if the Apex can finally do something here. Esteban Santos Garcia, full count, and he's going to draw a walk. Leadoff walk there. Crockwell still in the game. D. Fernandez Jr. Oh, they can only get the play at first. So they do that. Brent Goldberg coming out now, 1 out. And Santos Garcia is going to successfully steal third there. Same at bat. Goldberg, he is going to get... Oh, I get a lag spike. It's an RBI double. So the Apex are slowly clawing their way back into this game. Cut it down to 6. But they need a lot more stuff to go their way. And they do get something going that way. Kiss that baby goodbye for Edward McInlay. This lead has been cut in half. A 3-run 7th, and now we got a game. Leon Rosenthal coming up here. Fly ball to left, not going to be deep enough. It's definitely not Evil Dictators now in the game. They've chased Crockwell out. Callahan is going to ground to the shortstop for the third out. But the Apex slowly getting their way back in. Oh, that's a deep shot to center. But it's misplayed there. Payne's going to get off a double. He's actually going to go for free, and he's going to be safe. Tanaka strikes out here. Man squatch, trying to double-digit hits for both. Ground ball to first. They get the out there, and hold the runner at third. Henry Magic coming up to bat here. 2-2. Strikes out looking. Pruitt has been looking much better this time. Getting that ERA down. Babbitt Person. Towering pop up there. Going to be caught there by the shortstop for the first out. Geisel coming in now. Check swing. Got him. Stewart, cold hitter. Let's see what we can do here. He's going to strike out. The Void Boys, 3 outs away from forcing a Game 6 in this series. And here comes Creaseball Christelhauser, hot hitter. He's going to strike out looking here. Devontae Moore. Pruitt still in the game going with a long relief. He grounds out the short. Diego Ramirez coming up. Fly ball to right, going to be caught there, diving grab. Excellent performance today in the bullpen for Pruitt. And now let's see if the Apex have any life in them. Not a good start to Santos Garcia is going to strike out here. D. Fernandez Jr. also going to be a strikeout. Void Boys 1 out away from forcing a Game 6. Brent Goldberg 1-2 count. Got him. The Void Boys are going to stave off elimination and force a Game 6 in this series. Just when you think they're down and out, they flip home field in their favor.
All right, we're going back to New York.
Yep.
I think after the first 2 games of this series, I'm surprised that there's going to be a Game 6. Incredible stuff from the Voyagers in this one. You always have to be happy getting
home
a
teams
game you get 15 hits.
4 just. You want to know the crazy stat I have?
Sure.
Home teams have been 1-4 this postseason, this World Series.
That's what I'm saying. The Voyagers have disadvantage. Yes, Enoch, of course. Once we get past the off day.
So the big question now going to be, once we get past the off day, we'll go to the thing so we can get a proper stamina check on our bullpen.
Yep, we're past the off day. And then this will be the Apex. Yeah, so I can't believe we're in another Game 6. The Miners World Series was very similar, where one team was beaten up on the other one, and yet somehow that other team just would not die, and it ended up going to 6. Will this one go further than that? Will we get a 7th game in the series? Fowler, what do you think?
Yeah, the question is, the Void Boys were found down on the ropes and the Void Boys have found themselves in a pretty similar situation. They were facing elimination Game 5 against the Aviators. They stayed alive and won. Game 6. In fact, was it the Void Boys almost blew the lead? No, I believe it was. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I believe this is the first time since the Void Boys for them to survive, they need to win both games at home. If they lose one, their season is over and the dream of a dynasty is dead. Both teams fighting for survival. So that's the thing. This is more of a must-win for the A's. I think they're going to win Game 7.
Okay, and we are now waiting on the Apex and official confirmation from the Voyagers. Who was that other team? We don't talk about that, KP. They were a team that were victorious, and deservedly so.
Void Boy changes are done. Waiting for Apex to submit any changes. All right, Void Boys are good.
Ah, you love to hear that. And I saw Fetty typing, so we'll give them just a couple of minutes here.
Yeah, we'll give them a couple more minutes.
Couple more minutes.
We're about to be 4 minutes. And here's the changes.
Perfect.
Couple bullpen adjustments for them.
Perfect. Hey, why? Yeah, you said don't touch the batters.
Don't
touch the bat while it's working. Middle, normal, middle.
Yeah, not touching the batters. Void Boys are at home, but have not won a single game at home.
Okay, again, Fetty, long relief does not have a use less. Do you mean avoid high? If so, then I think we've got it. If Pruitt needs void high, yes. Perfect. But I think we've got it. I'm just going to send you the screenshot now. No, dude, you're good. I forget about it too. I've done that. Or some people will be like...
be at void high leverage.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I just submitted. Yeah, I do that too. And then I'll do that with like stopper too. If somebody will say like stopper 60 close, I'm like, no, you that's set. So that is in. Once we get confirmation from them, we are.
So we are ready to go.
Val, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable doing the calls? It's tough for me to try and pay attention to the game and then any stuff that's burning down. So are you comfortable doing the calls for the rest of the night?
So I will call this one here for game number 6. Even though sometimes I suffer from packet loss mostly because of Discord.
Hey, I mean, I just need to. It's tough for me to do both, so I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much.
Okay, here we go. We got game
the confirmation. Apex are good.
All right, game number 6 here, but it's the same matchup from game number 3. Long Pipe and Calm Chicken going at each other again. Of course, we know what's at stake here. Apex win, the series is over. The Voyagers win, we got a game 7. The question is, who has more power to go the extra mile? And we got a heavily pixelated screen. Calm Chicken coming up to bat here. And that's going to be a leadoff base hit there for D. Fernandez Jr. So not the start you wanted if you're the Void Boys. Goldberg coming up to bat now. And he is going to... there's going to be a productive ground out there that moves him up. McInlay coming up now. Yeah, it's plummeting here on my end as well. Okay, just let me know when you're ready. I'm going to say thank you, chat, for being pretty patient with us. We've been running into some technical issues all day. All right, I think we're ready to resume. All right, back to McInlay at bat here. All right, here we go. He's going to strike out here. Leon Rosenthal coming up to the bat. Long Pipe has been a massive problem for the Apex bats, and he's going to ground out here. They get the guy in second, but they can't produce any runs. Void Boys coming up here against Calm Chicken. They've got the first loss. Let's see. Bebe coming up now. And he strikes out swinging. Okay, take me higher. Also a strikeout victim. Brian Payne now coming up. Also going to be a strikeout So he strikes it. Calm Chicken strikes out the side to start us off. No score after 1. We go to the second now with Harry Callahan coming up. Bat. Let's see what he can do here. He's going to strike out here. Dave Babbitt person coming up now. Let's see what he can do here against Long Pipe. It's a little dribbler, going to be caught there. Lines out there for the second out. Fyodor Geisel coming up now for the apex. Check swing, got him. So a pitcher's duel so far early. We go bottom second. Man squatch. Fly ball. It's going to drop right in front of the right fielder. So there's the Voyagers' first hit of the day. Henry Magic now coming up here. Fly ball to center. Easily tracked and caught there for the first out. Creased by Kriestelhauser. He's been hot. He's been moved up to the 6th spot in the lineup. 1-2. Strike. Ground ball. And it's a double play. Tough break. They only get 1 hit and that's it. 1 hit each, no score after 2. We go top of the third with the cold inning Stewart against Long Pipe. Fly ball to center. It's going to be caught there. Esteban Santos Garcia with 1 out coming up here. A very dangerous contact guy and also an elite base stealer. Let's see if he can do some damage here. Full count. Fly ball to right is going to be caught there for the second out. Hot hitting D. Fernandez Jr. Could be a fly ball to center and caught there for the third out. Bottom third we go with Zero Tanaka coming up here for the Voyagers. And he's got check swing, got him. 4 Ks for Calm Chicken so far. Devontae Moore now coming up. And he strikes out here to Calm Chicken. Diego Ramirez, 1-2 count. He's also going to strike out. Strikes out the side, 6 Ks, only 1 hit around for Calm Chicken. Pretty good performance so far as we go top of the 4th. And where we find Brent Goldberg. And that's going to be a base hit. Past the infield shift gap. Edward McInlay trying to make something happen. Give the Apex the early lead. Let's see what happens here. And he's going to strike out looking. Leon Rosenthal coming up now. Fly ball to left, going to be easily cracked there and caught. Harry Callahan coming up now. 2-2. Pops it up. Easily there, played there for the first baseman. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Not much going on batting-wise, but these pitchers have been dealing. Bebe. Oh, there's the first big hit of the day. That's going to be a double off the wall. And just like that, the Voyagers have a runner in scoring position. Can you take me higher now coming up here? Looking to give the Void Boys the lead. Grounds it right to the first baseman, but it is going to move Bebe up to third, so a productive out. Brian Payne coming up now for the Void Boys, trying to give him the lead here in the 4th. Fly ball to, and it's going to drop right in front of the right fielder. Not sure what he was doing. He was not hustling, and the Void Boys are going to take the early lead. If the score holds, we're going to a Game 7. Man squad.